Hi guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel today. If you're new here, my name's Katie. I have a blog. It's called Kindly Katie. There will be a link to that in the description box below. But basically, I'm a blogger and an inspiring YouTuber, and I make lifestyle and mostly book content. So I hope you guys like my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So today I am sharing with you my August wrap up and my September TBR. I know this might be a couple days late, but I was on vacation 2 weeks ago, and it's just been kind of hard to get back in the rhythm of things. But so I'm going to go through all the books that I read in the month of August and what I'm currently reading, and then what I plan to read this month in September. So let's just get started with the video. So the first book that I read in the month of August was Serafina and the Twisted Staff by Robert Beatty. And there's a picture, maybe. There we go. So this is the sequel to Serafina and the Black Cloak. This is a middle grade series, and it's set at Biltmore Estate, which is in Asheville, North Carolina, and that's actually only about 2 to 3 hours away from me. I've been there a couple times, and it's just really cool to see a story set there. I did enjoy this book a lot, but I think maybe the middle grade-ness of it was starting to get on my nerves a little bit. I am a sucker for a good love story, and it's just kind of weird with a book about, you know, 12 or 13-year-olds, I guess. But it's a really great story. If you love middle grade, you'll probably love this series. It's got a little paranormal aspect to it, and it's very good though. So that's the first book. I actually listened to that on audiobook while I was at work. So that's the first book that I finished in the month of August. The second book that I finished in August was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is the third book in the Harry Potter series, and this is my first time ever reading through the Harry Potter series. I'm 26 years old, and I know that I'm late to the game, but better late than never. Anyways, I am loving the series so far, and this book has definitely been my favorite read so far. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is actually my favorite of all the Harry Potter movies, and I've seen them many times, and I own them all. So that is my favorite movie. So to read this book and to get a lot more of the backstory behind even the Marauders map and everything, I was just, my mind was blown at how much stuff you don't find out in the movies. So if you are a Harry Potter movie fan and you haven't read the books yet, I would highly recommend that you do so. And I can't wait to jump into number 4, and I don't know when I'm going to do that yet. It didn't make it into my September TBR, but hopefully soon, because I want to go to Harry Potter World next year, so hopefully. Okay, so that's the second book I finished in August. The third book that I finished in August, and probably my first favorite book of August, was Harry Potter. My next one was Lover Eternal. There we go. Lover Eternal by J.R. Ward. This is the second book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and it was so amazing. This is the story of Rage and Mary and their love story, and it was just incredible. I'm really loving getting into the series, and I know more about the brothers now, and I just really like the vibe of the series, I guess. But this story was really good, and Mary's illness, spoiler alert, illness kind of threw a wrench in the series, in this book, but somehow I knew, like, I was devastated near the end when what I thought was going to happen, but then something else happened instead, and so it was a great ending, and I can't wait to read number 3. Number 3 is Lover Awakened, and I think that's the story of Sadist, and I'm very excited for that one too. Anyways, so this is definitely my second favorite book of the month of August. And then the last book that I finished in the month of August, I listened to this on audiobook, and it is Someday, Maybe, and this is by Lauren Graham. And Lauren Graham is obviously Lorelai from Gilmore Girls. If you are a fellow book lover, I'm sure that you are also a fellow Gilmore Girls lover. And I just started watching Gilmore Girls over last night. Yeah, so that's exciting. Anyways, Lauren Graham, this is the first book I've ever read by her. Actually, I listened to it on audiobook. I was really into it. I listened to it for a couple of days and I was kind of getting into it, and then I got like super engrossed in it and super obsessed with the story, and I knew what I wanted to happen. And then the ending was so abrupt and it kind of just cut off the story. I was so mad. I was so mad at how it ended. So I think I gave it about 3.5-ish stars maybe. You can check my Goodreads account if you want to see my full review. But yeah, the ending, I'm not a fan. I like my HEAs, my happily ever afters, and whenever they don't happen, or whenever you're just kind of left to make up your own ending, I'm not a fan of that. But otherwise, it was a very cute story and I was really into it. I just wish I had a better ending. Anyway, so those are all the books that I read in the month of August. That's a total of 4 books, which is amazing for me. Audiobooks have seriously changed my life. So now on to what I'm currently reading. I have picked back up Dragonfly and Amber by Diana Gabaldon, whatever. I've been reading this book all year. It is almost 1,000 pages long in this tiny little format here that I've got, and I've got sticky notes for my goal of finishing the book. Anyways, it's getting really good. I'm at the point now where the war has kind of started. They're up in Scotland, and freaking Jack Randall. If you watch if you've read the series or you watch the series on Stars, you know he just will not go away. And he just popped up today when I was reading it, and every time he shows up, I'm just kind of like, no, get out. Anyways, it's getting really interesting, and I'm not picking up any other books except audiobooks until I finish this book. So I will have it done. My goal is to have it done by the end of next week. So that's what I'm currently reading, and this will be the first book that I finish in the month of September. And then after I finish Dragonfly and Amber, I'm going to pick up this book. It's called Rule, and it is by Ellen Goodlett. And I actually entered to receive a copy of this. Let's see. I think it's from Hatchet Book Group is where I got it from. Yes, so Hatchet Book Group is who sent me this copy, so thank you so much for sending this my way. I can't wait to read it. This book actually comes out this month. I'm not sure of the exact date, but it does say September 2018. And it looks like it's about 3 girls who are growing up in this kingdom, and anyways, they find out that they're all daughters of the king, so they're all princesses. So now they're kind of finding their way in the court and, you know, trying to find their rightful place at the throne. But it sounds really good, and I've really been liking these kind of fantastical fantasy, regal novels lately. I've read a few this year, and so I'm really excited to read this. So this is Rule by Ellen Goodlett, and it comes out this month if you want to check it out. And then the next book that I'll probably I'm currently have started, and I've listened to this, starting to listen to this on audiobook, and that is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I know there's a glare. This is my phone. Anyways, I have only read one book by Rainbow Rowell before, and that was Attachments. I've got the physical copy of it here on my shelf, but I've never read any of her other books, and this one just happened to be available for audiobook through my local library here, so I was just like, you know what, just give it a try. I haven't really, it's like I'm torn when I find audiobooks, because I have a ton of authors. Like, one of my favorite authors is Emily Giffin, and I could listen to her books on audiobook, but as you can see right here, I have them all in physical copies. except for her brand new one that just came out this summer. But it's just like, I don't want to listen to something that I've got that I can physically read and turn the pages. So I try to find stuff that has been like lodged in the back of my brain that I've been wanting to try out. So I've only started listening to Fangirl today, and I'm liking it so far. I'm kind of identifying with Kath a lot. I struggle a lot with being shy and uncomfortable in crowds and new places, which, you know, growing up will help that, and having a job in communications will help you even more, like me. But so yeah, I'm identifying with the characters a lot, and I'm just excited to see where this goes. So that's all I have on my September TBR for now. I know I've still got a pretty good chunk of Dragonfly and Amber left, and then this book is over 300 pages. But if I can, I would love to obviously listen to another audiobook. I don't think that will be an issue. I can generally finish one in about a week or a week and a half at work, because I can have my headphones in at work. But if I do magically finish everything on my TBR and I can pick up another book, I will pick up Lover Awakened by J.R. Ward. That's the third book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So I'll definitely pick that one up next. And then I'm hoping to have an exciting October TBR. So definitely stay tuned for that. That'll be announced at the end of September, beginning of October. So be sure to come back to my channel. If you like these videos, share with me in the comments below what you're currently reading, what you hope to read this month. I would love to know. And thank you guys so much for watching. I always have a blast sharing these videos with you. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.